They arrive when the night is deepest, when shadows swallow the light and silence reigns supreme. They come to your doorstep, their small fists rapping faintly against your door. They seem innocent, children, lost and alone. But there is something wrong, something dreadfully, unspeakably wrong. This is the tale of the black-eyed children. The stories began as whispers, hushed accounts shared around campfires and in dimly lit rooms. A knock at the door, late at night. A pair of children standing under a flickering porch light. Their faces pale, their clothes outdated, their demeanor odd. They always make a request. Sometimes it's to use the phone, other times to come inside to warm themselves. Their voices are monotone, their words rehearsed. And when you look closer, that's when you see it. Their eyes, solid black, like polished obsidian. No whites, no irises, just an endless void that pulls at your very soul. Imagine this. You're sitting at home, alone, the world outside cloaked in the stillness of midnight. The soft hum of appliances is the only sound breaking the quiet. Then, a knock. It's faint, hesitant, almost apologetic. You approach the door, peering through the peephole, or perhaps a window. Two figures stand there, small and still. A boy and a girl, no older than 10. They don't look up immediately, but when they do, it's as though an icy hand grips your heart. Their faces are expressionless, their skin pale as wax, and those eyes, those black, soulless eyes. They speak, their voices too calm, too deliberate. Please, let us in. We need help. The accounts differ in detail, but the essence is always the same. Those who let them in often describe an overwhelming sense of dread that grows with each passing moment. The children sit unnaturally still, their movements stiff and awkward. They ask strange questions, or worse, they simply sit in silence, watching. Their presence drains the air of warmth and comfort, and then they leave. Without a word, they simply vanish into the night. Those who encounter them often suffer misfortune afterward. Sickness, accidents, unexplainable tragedies. It's as though the children leave behind a curse, a shadow that lingers long after their departure. But what are they? This is the question that haunts those who've seen them. Some believe they are spirits, manifestations of grief or trauma. Others think they are extraterrestrial beings, their black eyes, evidence of their otherworldly nature. There are those who whisper of demons, creatures born from darkness, seeking entry into the mortal world through innocent guises. And then there are the skeptics. They say the stories are merely urban legends, tales spun from the human tendency to fear the unknown. But even the skeptics feel a chill when they hear the stories, a nagging doubt that whispers, "What if?" There is no escape, no sanctuary from the black-eyed children. They come to the city streets and rural farmlands alike. They knock on apartment doors in crowded buildings and isolated houses at the edge of the woods. No place is safe, and their visits are always the same. A knock in the night, a plea for help, and those eyes that pierce through you, staring into the depths of your fear. What happens if you refuse to open the door? Some say nothing. The children simply stand there, waiting. Others claim the knocking grows louder, more insistent, until it echoes in your very bones. And a few say the children don't need your permission to enter. The warnings are clear. Never let them in. No matter how pitiful they seem, no matter how desperate their cries, do not open your door. Do not invite them into your home, your sanctuary. Once you do, the bond is formed, and they become a part of your life in ways you cannot undo. But here's the thing. They are patient. If you do not let them in tonight, they might return tomorrow or the night after that. They are relentless, and they do not forget. So now, dear listener, as you sit in the comfort of your home, perhaps you feel a little less safe. Perhaps you glance at the windows, half expecting to see a pale face staring back. Or maybe you check the locks on your doors, telling yourself it's just a precaution. But if, in the quiet hours of the night, you hear a knock at your door, soft, hesitant, almost apologetic, what will you do? Will you look through the peephole, risking the sight of those unholy black eyes? Will you speak, knowing your voice might betray your fear? Or will you simply sit in silence, hoping they will go away? Remember the warnings, remember the stories, because once you let them in, it's already too late. So, as you extinguish the lights tonight and prepare for rest, keep the stories close. The black-eyed children may be nothing more than a tale spun to frighten the unwary, or they may be something more, something ancient and enduring. If you hear a knock at your door, soft and hesitant, remember this warning: do not answer.